Once upon a time, in a bright, bustling forest called Whispering Woods, there lived a little squirrel named Squeaky. Squeaky was not like the other squirrels. While they spent their days scampering about, gathering nuts and hiding them away in snug tree hollows, Squeaky had a very unusual dream. He wanted to collect stars.
Ho, ho, ho!
Every single night, as soon as the sun tucked itself behind the hills and the sky began to twinkle with thousands of sparkling lights, Squeaky would get a special glint in his eye. He'd scamper up the tallest oak tree in the entire forest, his tiny paws reaching for the dark velvet sky. "I will catch a star tonight," he would whisper to himself.
Ho, ho, ho!
His fluffy tail flicking with excitement and determination. The other squirrels, busy with their nuts and acorns, would often watch him and giggle. "Oh, Squeaky," they'd say, shaking their heads. "Stars aren't like nuts. You can't just gather them and put them in a hole." But Squeaky didn't mind their laughter. He just knew deep down in his little squirrel heart
Ho, ho, ho!
that he was meant for something truly magical. He felt a pull towards the night sky that he just couldn't ignore. One chilly evening, as the moon rose high and round, painting the whole forest in a beautiful, silvery light, Squeaky's sharp eyes spotted a star twinkling brighter than any other he had ever seen. It seemed to wink just at him. "That one?" he squeaked, his voice filled with awe.
Ho, ho, ho!
"That's the one I'm going to catch." Without a moment's hesitation, he began his climb. He leapt and bounced from branch to branch, going higher and higher, his little heart thumping with anticipation. He was so focused on the sparkling light above that he didn't even notice where he was going until plop, he landed on something incredibly soft.
Ho, ho, ho!
He had jumped right onto a fluffy white cloud that had floated down low, just over the treetops. Squeaky blinked in surprise. A cloud! Here in Whispering Woods! He had never seen one so close before. But this wasn't just any old cloud. As he looked up, he saw it was the first step of a whole staircase made of fluffy, glowing clouds leading straight up into the starry sky.
Ho, ho, ho!
With a thrilled giggle, Squeaky didn't waste a second. He began to climb, hopping from one soft cloud to the next. Up, up, up he went, until he finally reached the twinkling star he had been chasing. He reached out his paw, and to his delight, the star was warm and soft to the touch, almost like a glowing marshmallow. He held it gently in his paws, and as he did, it whispered to him in a tiny,
Ho, ho, ho!
twinkling voice, "Thank you for finding me, little squirrel. I've been lost up here in the big sky for many nights, and I couldn't find my way back to my constellation." Squeaky's heart swelled with a feeling he'd never felt before. He suddenly realized he didn't just want to collect stars for himself. He wanted to help them shine in the sky where they belonged.
Ho, ho, ho!
So, with great care, he gently placed the star back up in the night sky. As soon as he let go, it began to sparkle brighter than ever before, shining with pure happiness. "See," whispered the star from its rightful place, "you've made me so happy." From that night on, Squeaky became the forest's little star helper.
Ho, ho, ho!
Every single evening, he would climb the magical cloud staircase to find lost stars and help place them back where they belonged. He learned that every star was different. Some stars were shy and would hide behind the big, puffy clouds. Some were sleepy and needed a gentle nudge to wake up and shine. And some were very playful,
Ho, ho, ho!
twirling around Squeaky's head like little golden fireflies before finding their spot in the sky. One night, all the forest animals gathered under the trees, looking up at the sky in wonder. They noticed something amazing. The stars seemed to be twinkling brighter than they ever had before. The whole forest was bathed in a gentle, magical glow.
Ho, ho, ho!
Even the other squirrels, who used to laugh at Squeaky, were amazed, while one of them whispered, "Maybe Squeaky wasn't so silly after all." "The sky has never been so beautiful." Squeaky, perched high on the tallest oak tree, smiled as he held a tiny, sparkling star in his paws, getting it ready for its journey home. He looked down at the forest, then up at the brilliant night sky.
Ho, ho, ho!
"Stars are even better than nuts," he thought to himself. "They don't just fill your tummy, they fill your heart." And so, every night, Squeaky the squirrel continued his important job, collecting lost stars and helping them find their homes in the sky. He made Whispering Woods a little more magical for everyone who took a moment to look up.
Ho, ho, ho!
From then on, the little squirrel who loved stars was never laughed at again. Instead, he became a hero, proving that sometimes the biggest dreams are brighter than the brightest star and far more magical than the tastiest nut. The end. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to look up at the stars tonight.
Ho, ho, ho!